I did a all-day coffee etch on this so that y'all could see the pattern on it. But something really important with like a feather, I'm going to call this a feather-esque pattern, is you really want that where you cut it in half where they meet to be the very tip of the knife. So what I'm going to do is just kind of draw me some reference lines here. I really don't want to take very much off, but I'm going to go ahead and grind that tip off at a 45 so that I can forge it to the tip shape that I want. But at least if I do that, I can see where the middle of that feather pattern is. So I'm going to roll with that. Looks like I need a new blade on my bandsaw. To the spinning grinder of death. Alright, there you have it. I don't know if you can see it or not. There you go. See how the center line and that pattern matches up perfectly with that tip? That's just a reference so that we can tell where we want our tip to be whenever we hammer a knife shape out of this here billet. Stay tuned, folks. Got it warming up in the fire right now. Fixing to start the hammer and go to work. Just kind of slowly bringing that tip in. I think I'm going to go for kind of a long point. Probably end up being 5 inches of blade, maybe. Back to the power hammer and draw this out because it's still way thick. So it'll be a little bit shorter. lot of thickness in here to draw out under the hammer. I'm going to bring that tip down just a little bit before I go back to the hammer. got my shim pretty well down. I'm going to go clean out this hub a little bit on the power hammer, and then we'll be ready for some grinding and whatnot. Pro tip, if you like to play with the vise, keep your vise north and south so it doesn't work. Okay, well, I just apparently missed the whole entire grinding part. I thought you were recording, but like I told you guys, I'm learning, so bear with me. But I've got the blade profiled, got it rough ground to 320 grit, and I'm going to put it in some acid, and next time you guys see it, it should have some pattern on it, and hopefully it looks kind of like what we want. Alright guys, this is day 4 of the Feather Damascus little Bowie knife build. I think the last I left off, you guys could see the pattern. That was about it. We've got flat ground right now, and the flats are actually ground up to 320 grit, so we'll just leave them. But I'm going to go in and grind the bevels, and then I'm going to get this ricasso nice and square, get all of this cleaned up and ready for handling. Maybe by the end of this video we'll have it heat treated, and we'll go into handle work on the next one. But stay tuned and subscribe if you like what we're doing. Hey guys, I got this, I was just going to show you this bit here. This is how I do the bottoms of my ricassos. I'll scoot it up and do the top here in a minute. But I've got this file guide on here. This is a carbide file guide. If you don't have one, get one. They're awesome. And this is how I get the bottom of the tang square, so it'll fit really nice on the guard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough it in on the belt sander and start tapering this tang down to the right thickness, because it's nice and fat and all that. I got to get it to where I can slide a guard over it and make some nice shoulders. But I'll start this on the belt sander, and then I'll go to the hand files and get it really nice and square and crisp, so that it'll set up just perfect. Hopefully we don't have any light in our guard if we do everything right. We'll see. Guys, I've got the tang rough down on the belt sander. It's got a little bit of a taper from here to here, and it's got a little bit of a taper from here to here. But you can see how these corners are still kind of washed out right here. So what I'm going to do is go over here to the bench vise and go at it with a hand file, a flat file, and get those corners really nice and crisp. Then what I'm actually going to do is go in and cut in from this side as well, because that just leaves a lot less chance of having a bad guard fit up if you are a little bit smaller than the ricasso width-wise this way. If you go in and cut right here and get these nice and square and get everything square, it fits beautifully. As soon as you get that little tang slot in there, it helps a lot. So I'm going to go over here while I got my file guide still in place, really nice. I'm going to go over and file these perfectly flat. Woo! We just might have to kneel that. That there is harder than a woodpecker's legs. Problem. I wouldn't suggest doing this on your good file guides or anything like that, but should be alright.
babies all over it. What are we doing with it now? Kill it. We can't kill it. It's a mother. Kill it. We need to release it. No, Sassy will eat it. Sassy, you got it! We gotta go relocate the mama spider. Oh shit, where'd it go? Right there. Where? By your foot. Step on it. Oh. Just step on it. Come on, mama. Mama spider. Get on here. Here's our mama spider. Get on. Get on. Get on, mama spider. Get on. Come on, mama spider. Come on, mama spider.
So it's young Black Sabbath. I mean, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. It is the newest Black Sabbath album. I mean, like it was in
I don't want you in my shop, mama spider. Come on, get on.
Listen, Sabbath and Toddlers and Diapers.
Come on, mama spider.
2013 one day. Dropped a new album.
I'm just trying to help you, woman. Get on.
That they released the first single, and I remember thinking, before listening to it, oh my god, I hope this is good. Tony Iommi breaks into
Oh god, look at all the babies who just fell off. Don't kill it!
Oh, and look at this thing, I'm still down, baby. You know, a lot of babies, and there was an album, and I have to say, Blair, I mean, woo, man. So this thing, what's that catalog?
Alright, let's go release her back into nature.
The no sound with, and I just,
No! Tell me, babies! They all just fell off! All the babies fell off! No, I was just trying to save Mama Spider. She's outside. All is good. Woo! That was stressful. And there's no babies left, but okay. We saved them. They're all in the shop now. Maybe they'll find Mama. She probably should have just left her alone, but I didn't want her in my shop. Why is that so hard? Alright. We're taking the file guide off because it's way too hard. And it's really aggravating me. And I don't want to burn up my file guide, so we're gonna... a little more. A little bit? Yeah. What in the heck? See that little bump right there? So I got this one nice and square in like 2 seconds. This one, not so much. It's fighting. It doesn't want to be square. Oh yeah, sexy. Yes. Look at it. Yeah. As Bobby Dukarts would say, I want that.
Alright, I got it nice and hot. Hopefully that did it. We're just gonna let it cool down real slow before we put that file guide on it. I think it was, when I was trying to anneal it, I think it was getting so hard whenever it cooled because that file guide was sucking a lot of heat out of it. So maybe, just maybe, it'll be good now.
I'm pretty sure there's spiders crawling on me right now.
Pretty sure I'm not gonna sleep tonight because I'm just gonna be thinking about baby spiders everywhere. I'm gonna be haunted like forever.
Yeah.
Are you videoing?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you can stop that for right now.
I got it all annealed and I got the file guide back on there, but I had to go down just a little bit farther because it's really hard to match them up perfectly, but I re-squared the file guide. The file guide is squared to the spine of the knife, by the way. It's another one of those pro tips that's really helpful. Because if you don't square it up with the spine of the knife, your guard will go on wonky and then you have to deal with all of that. So I gotta re-square this side and hopefully, just maybe, I can cut, nope. I'm about to throw a file through the wall or something. I don't know what to do here. But that thing is still just freaking hard. What the heck? Look at how this, you can hear it. You hear how soft that is? File just eating it, loving it. And then you get over here and it's like, nope. Nope. Let me flip it around. Maybe it's just that corner of my file's dull because I've done like 4 knives today, so maybe. Nope, absolutely is not the file. Ugh. Man, I got this side so nice. Okay. Kind of sort of got it biting now. Must have just had like a hard spot right there or something. I just took it off on the grinder now. Now it's just going right to town. So what I'm doing right here is just getting that little bit of a lip right there, just so the tang is slightly skinnier than the ricasso. Really helps with the guard fit up. I'm going to do that on both sides. Not much, just maybe 5 thousandths, if that even. It's probably more than that, it's probably like 10 thousandths. I really don't know. Basically what I'm doing right now is undercutting the tang, so we're going to have to go back in on the grinder and bring all this back to where it matches these little shoulders that I'm putting in right here. Just trying to get it all perfectly as square as I possibly can with a file and this file guide. Basically you just go until you can't get anything to bite, and then you're pretty well flush with it. See, you can hear that, it's not grabbing nothing. Over here, not grabbing nothing. So we got our shoulders worked in. I'm just going to kind of blend that just a little bit. It's a little easier to see once you get back to the belt sander. You got to be really careful if you turn sideways though, because you can get off on that file guide and just have to start all over. Okay, let's go back to the sander. You see that little recess? You'll be able to see it once I take the file guide off. You can't now. So now this video just turned into a grinder repair video. Woo! Just throw that on the floor. Wow. Impressive. Man, I hope we can find a new bearing. I'll just replace them all. Then you guys get to see it on video. Woo!